everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're alright. Thank you all for your ideas and support for this tutorial. It's been great. What I have already done for this part, I have already colored the fish that look the same as the previous page. So the orange, the blue one, also those leaves, those green leaves that we did before. So we're gonna start with this one. Yeah, I've already done most of it, so there's no need. On this page, the most important thing are the leaves. So there are not many fish to do. So I went around with the yellow, and then on the plain leaves I've done a little bit of shadowing. With this blue, the colors will be on the screen. Then here, and then color everything with your green. And once again, it doesn't matter if it's not very tidy, because we are going to add some water to it. On these ones with the blue one at the top, I didn't put the yellow because I wanted them to be a little bit different than the rest. So with the more pressure you apply, the more pigment you lay on the leaves, which is always good. Okay, so now with your tiny brush, you just go over the leaves like that, and the outside, of course. Oh, as is often the case, I forgot something, didn't I? But it doesn't matter, I can do it once it's dry. Anyway, what I forgot was to do the blue here in the middle. But you can do it later, okay? But remember to do it before you apply water to it. I'm sorry. No way I can go back now. Anyway, so this is for the big leaf there. And then we have this blue one, which I've used 2 tones of blue and a yellow for the little dots. With the darker blue you do the part that's more central, and then with the lighter blue you go around the edges. I've tried to make them very simple for you not to stress over the leaves too much. And then once again I'm gonna apply the water, and like I always say, these are only ideas. If you don't want to apply water to yours, feel free to leave it as it is, but make sure the colors blend nicely and evenly. And also I'm doing them with water because since we are going to do the background with colored pencils, and it's not going to be in watercolor because it's a very large area, so I want the the plants and the things to look a bit different than the background. Otherwise, you know, all the blues are going to look the same, or so you want to be a bit different. Right, so okay, this one is done. Then I've just colored this one with a pink. Now this one, there is a problem as well, because I've chosen these two colors, and once I applied water to them, they became more or less the same as this one. But I found a solution somehow, and I think it's okay to have these two plants more or less the same color, because you don't want to be like a carnival. Yeah, so you just apply this yellow to the bottom of the leaf, and then what I did, I used this brown number 30, but it's a little bit too red, and it becomes, like I said, very similar to that plant. So in the end, I've used a darker brown to apply the shadows here. Okay, so no, this is the darker brown. So you can always do that as well if you want. If you want to use other colors, or if you're not happy with this result, you can do whatever you want. It's your page, right? Anyway, then you go over that brown. And let's apply the water. Alright, so this is what I've done. Then this leaf also is very simple, very easy. 2 shades of green, and then apply water, or leave it as it is. Okay, and then this plant is also the same thing. You apply yellow the bottom of the leaf, and your orange, it's a dark orange, looks more like a red, but then when you apply water it becomes orangey. If you're not using water on yours, like I said before, make sure the blending is all nice and it doesn't look too, you know, the two colors have to blend properly then. Not leave like a stripy color. Yeah, so, and then use the water. I'd already done the bottom part. Here, what I've done, I used the two colors appearing on the screen. Very simple. The stem is also the same color. On this one I don't think I'm gonna apply water, I'll just leave it as it is because it looks alright. Okay, so well, I wanted to do this fish first so we can complete this section of the page. So let's use, I'm gonna use a dark red. And you can apply it very strongly. And then release your hand, less pressure. And let's this part as well. And the end of its tail. I'm so scared of doing the background, but I hope I don't disappoint you. I've started doing the other page, but I'm not gonna show it. I'll leave it until it's more or less done. Okay, and then you come with your lighter red. And finally the orange. stand out. Now what I do, I go over everything with the orange to bring the colors together. And to burnish the paper as well, so those little dots on the paper disappear. And same thing here, go over everything with your orange. Oh, I forgot this thing. Sorry. Okay, so that's another one done. And now we're gonna do these two little ones. So for this one, let's use a pink in the middle. And on his face. And then we're gonna use this, I don't know how you call this color, but it's beautiful, I love it. Go all around him like that. Let's do it here. Here. And then a dark blue. Okay, and if you want to use your white pencil, I'm using the Koino pencil, not using Prismacolor, just for you to see that it works the same. Burnishing the paper. Right, maybe we can be a little more generous with the pink. looks better. Okay, and now this other little fellow, he's gonna be just a second because I'm reading my notes. Right, it's gonna be purple, orange and yellow. Purple. Right, anyway. Oops. Why don't you hate when this happens? And the yellow. Just a minute. Okay. Now once again, go over everything with the yellow to bring the colors together, and then we can reinforce the purple if necessary. Let's do that then. And don't worry about these little dots because we are gonna use a pen, a white pen, to do it in the end. Okay, so oh, I hate it. Right. Okay. And now I can do this. Well, for the purple leaves, I've used all the purples that were available in the set, and then I just painted the leaves, you know, just randomly. Sorry, because I always think when you have different leaves like this plant, you should give it more attention, because if the author drew them differently, they deserve a little bit more of our dedication to make them stand out, don't you think? So I try to make them different color, different shades of purple. Different ways of coloring, just to make them different. Now, what's important when you're using watercolor pencils also is to know where you want your light area to be. So for example, I want my light area on this leaf to be at the bottom, so I start from here, because of course the concentration of pigment is at the top and it's going to be darker. If you start from the top to the bottom, then everything's going to be the same color, right? So here I want it all dark, so it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, you just play with your colors and try to use the colors for your leaves in different ways. Make them be different, so it gives a little bit more detail to your coloring. Okay, so I'll stop here for now, and then I'll carry on with the other parts. Hope you have enjoyed this part, and I'll see you again soon. Have fun. Bye.